The mayor and police chief already had a press conference planned to talk about this issue. However, not everyone is pleased with the response.
NBC Local 33's investigative reporter Ariel Salk is live outside of the Baton Rouge Police Department with details. Hey, Ariel.
Good evening. So as of Tuesday, the coroner's office says that there's been 103 homicides in this year alone. And that's not including the 4 shootings that happened over a 6-hour span last night. Now, the chief of police says that they are increasing their presence in areas with known gun violence.
Over the last 2 weeks, it's very clear that we have seen an influx of incidents.
We understand that the recent incidents are concerning to this community. They're concerning to me. They're concerning our police officers.
At a press conference, the mayor and the chief took the podium addressing the spike in violence. BRPD Chief Murphy Paul says that they have been working around the clock.
Made more than 3,100 felony arrests this year.
Based on shooting data, Chief Paul says that they are increasing police presence in specific areas within the community.
In the 1st District, you will see heavy law enforcement presence. You will see our tactical units. You will see our K9 units. You will see our aviation units.
Chief Paul says they have identified 8 gangs or groups in Baton Rouge.
Investigative intelligence, which suggested that gun violence between specifically identified gangs in our city are looming.
He says the release of repeat criminals makes our streets less safe, including Luke Simmons, who is wanted for a separate murder after bonding out.
And we learned in that process that we had just arrested him from another homicide. He bonded out on that particular homicide, and he committed another.
LSU student Allison Rice was murdered Friday morning. Her boss and co-worker of the Shed says he's not buying that the city is being as tough on crime as they claim.
The chief himself gave 2 examples of 2 people, both out on murder accusations, and rearrested for a 3rd, or they're in the process of looking for them on a 3rd. That doesn't sound like you're tough on crime. These people ought to be sitting in prison waiting on trial.
A warrant that leads to the arrest and indictment for the murder of Allison Rice has been increased to over $37,000. A bulk of that has been donated by the public. If you have a tip, you are urged to call Crime Stoppers at 225-344-STOP. Reporting live outside the BRPD headquarters, Ariel Salk, NBC Local 33 News.
All right, thank you, Ariel, for that tonight.
Meanwhile, the coroner